Okay, y'all. So I am here with a review of The Bachelor season. I think this is season 25. The only reason I'm reviewing it is your damn Skippy is the first black bachelor. Now, I didn't do the first black bachelorette just because, I don't know, I just wasn't really interested. But I said, fuck, I'm gonna do the first black bachelor. Now, here's the thing, ABC. You guys Barack Obama us. Y'all Barack Obama us because y'all got a man who clearly looks like he is thoroughly, I mean, he is black, but he looks like he is fully black, but in all actuality, his mama is white. There's nothing wrong with that, but I see what y'all did, ABC. I see what y'all did. Don't think that I don't peep it. What else do I have to say? As far as The Bachelor is concerned, this is not a show that I watch. The last Bachelor season fully that I watched, and I literally had to Google it, and I felt old as hell when I picked it up. Is that, I mean, when I figured out what it was, the last season I watched is the season when the guy Jason, okay, he on the reunion, he dumped the girl that he actually picked and chose the other girl that he said he didn't want to be with. That's the last one that I watched. And when I looked it up, bitch, 2009. That was season 13, 2009. I said, child, that was a long. I was in ninth grade actually when that happened. That was such a long time ago. But I have not watched The Bachelor in a full season since then. So I am a little bit aware of the overallness of the roses and the dates and all of that. But I really just haven't kept up with the season because I really could care less. Um, the main reason I really don't watch this show is because I don't think that it's realistic to have somebody try to find a wife, like a girlfriend, cool, but to get engaged to somebody within 2 months, because I think they have like 6 weeks or 9 weeks or whatever the case may be, maybe 9 weeks at the most, whatever. I don't. Is it 6 weeks, 9 weeks? Like something like that. I think it's about 2 months or whatever that they have. I do not think that it's realistic for you to find the person that you are going to marry and have all of that locked down in 2 months, especially when you didn't even start with only that person for the 2 months. You're dipping and dodging. At the end of that 2 months is when you decide you're going to be with that person. I looked it up. Out of all of this is between all of the Bachelor seasons, which is 25, and the Bachelorette, which I think it's a little bit over 15. Out of all of those seasons, do you want to know how many couples stay together and are married to this day? 10. 10. That is a terrible fucking ratio. So that's why I normally don't watch this show. And I'm not going to really give, too much into it because whatever. Let's fucking get into it. So we meet Matt, okay? Matt James, MJ, whatever. He is 28 years old. He is originally from, I said New York. He's originally from North Carolina, but he lives in New York City. He is a commercial real estate broker, so clearly that means that he got a little coin, okay? And he likes to help the youth. He helps a lot of kids who are homeless, takes them around to do things. So let's be real. Can we put it out there? Matt's fine. Matt's fine. Like, he's fine as heck. He's tall and he's nice hair, nice teeth. He's a fine ass man. So I understand. If y'all was gonna pick the first black bachelor, y'all did what y'all supposed to do because that man is fine, okay? Um, where they're gonna be holding everything, and I want y'all to work with me because I haven't watched this show in over 10 years. It's gonna be hard for me to like my notes are a little bit all over the place because I'm not really sure how I'm going to review this, especially when there's so many women at first. So just kind of work with me y'all a little bit. So they're going to where the season is going to be held is called, I believe it's Nemacolin Resorts. Now that's actually, I'm in Pittsburgh, so Nemacolin is maybe like 30 minutes away from here. It's a really really nice like wilderness kind of resort. It's actually really nice. I would love to go. I was actually gonna go for like my anniversary last year, but I couldn't because of COVID. But it's a really really beautiful place, so I find that interesting. Cool. So like I said in the beginning, Matt is biracial. His mama is white. His daddy is black. But if you look at Matt, when Matt get pulled over by the police, when Matt is applying for a job, when Matt is getting whatever, he's a black man. Like, I understand that he is biracial, and he said that. We meet his mama. She seems really nice. His parents, I think, split when he was really, really, really young. So he has like a really jaded point of view on love. So yeah. So then we meet some of the girls. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, like I said, this was my first time in 10 years watching this show. So when it came to the limo time, I literally wrote down every single girl's name and their age and their profession. I'm not running through all of them because I didn't realize that it was gonna be 32 women. I thought it was gonna be like 20. Like that's what I thought. I thought like maybe it would be 20 women. I think 32 is that is ridiculous. Like that's way too much. That's way too much. That's way too much. But before we get to limo, we meet some of the girls, you know. So according to the one girl at the end, they have to take 4 COVID tests and then quarantine themselves for 14 days. Which is that's a hell of a lot to be going through for whatever. Anyway, um, it's a diverse set of girls. When I was on Twitter, a lot of the people said that this is the most diverse cast that they've ever had as far as a set of girls. That makes sense to me because all of y'all other bachelors is white, and y'all probably in the past probably had one or two maybe black girls who never got fucking picked, and then maybe another girl that was Asian, and then maybe another one or two girls that was Hispanic. But the rest of these girls is gonna be white. So I guess I do appreciate the diverse set of girls that they have. And it's way more black girls than I can honestly say I've ever in my life. And I've scrolled past. It's the most black girls I've ever seen in my life on this damn show. But let's just take it there. Let's just take it there, cause we done all said it. Matt is gonna pick a white woman. He's gonna pick a white woman, and he's setting us up. He's letting us know ahead of time that he's gonna pick a white woman. When it comes to before he actually goes and he meets the girls and stuff, he goes and he sits down. What is his name? The host, is it Chris? I feel like his name is Chris. He gives me a Chris. I think that's the host name, Chris. And you know, he's talking to him and saying how how he feels like a lot of pressure being a first black bachelor because he kept saying, I don't want people that want me to be with a certain type of person. Why don't you just put it out there? Like he ended up saying, you don't want to be, you are nervous because at the end of the day, you normally don't really date black girls. And because you're the first black bachelor, people probably, a lot of black women are specifically are going to expect you to pick a black woman to be your partner at the end. However, this is where you're wrong, Matt. Although we would like that, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because especially on a show like The Bachelor, you don't really see any black women on The Bachelor find love. I don't even know if that's ever even happened before, and if it has, it's probably been very slim to none. However, the reason why a lot of us black women, we are not expecting you to pick no black woman is because we seen your Instagram. We done seen your Instagram. We seen it. You date nothing but white women. If you look on his Instagram, all of the girls that's on his arm that he went somewhere with, he went to prom with, it was always a white girl. And I don't want to hear, oh, well, where he's from. Where he's from is Winston-Salem, that is a black ass fucking area. There's more than enough black girls there, black women in that area. I'm not mad about it. I'm just saying. I just felt it very interesting that he felt the need to say that, like, do what you gonna do, my guy. Do what you gonna do. But I really feel like that's just him prepping us for saying, like, I know for a fact 9 times out of 10 I'm probably not going to choose a black girl, and I don't want people to be mad at me for not choosing a black girl. You choose whoever it is in your heart. Choose, do what you want. But what I'm going to say is ABC, and you don't try to play say this. Like, do not try to play say this by picking black girls to come along with you toward the end just to play say the rest of us. Do what it is that you want to do. That's just that. So let's get into a little more time. All right, so like I said, I got all of these girls' names on here, but I'm not going to talk about everybody. I'm going to go through, I'm going to see who I like. We got Bree. She's 24. She's a communication manager. He likes her. She cool. I like her. Rachel's 24, the graphic designer. She's cute. Jacina, which I guess he ended up picking because I see her name down there, 27. I have in my notes for her. Nope. Chelsea is a bad bitch. She's 28, model, bald-headed woman. Well, I don't say bald-headed, but you know, she got like a really short cut. From Brooklyn. She's a bad bitch. I like her. Mari, she's 24. She's a marketing manager. She gives me the typical Kim Kardashian looking type of girl. But you could tell he was really taken aback by her beauty. Okay, by what he claims to be beauty. I'm not saying she's an ugly girl, but lay off the lip fillers, baby girl. Lay off the lip fillers. What is her name? Maggie. She's 32. She's a pharmacist. Oh yeah, I like her. That's the black woman. She's beautiful. I like her. Kristen, who's 27 and a lawyer. I think she's corny. Anna, who's 24. She's to me corny. Let's see. Kayla, who is 28, she's the girl who pulled up in a pickup truck, and she's from North Carolina. I thought that that was very smart. Um, I think she's a beautiful girl. You got this girl Alana who came through with like the spaghetti bowl, and she gave him like some of the spaghetti or the noodle to kiss him, which I thought some of y'all women, some of y'all women, like I understand trying to make a first impression, but I feel like some of y'all was just doing a little bit too much. I feel like that was a little bit too much. Like I understand you was testing and everything, but COVID is still a thing and that's nasty. I don't think you should have did that. The girl, what's her name? Kaylee, whatever the hell her name is, and she's a hostess. She's 26. She walked up in pure lingerie and then had the little rap with her and told him to pick out her dress. I don't like that at all. I personally think that that's like, I don't want to say what I think it's like. I don't like that. I'm gonna say that. I didn't think it was like, it's not a good impression. Like, you selling sex. That's what you're doing. You're not selling yourself and your personality. You're selling sex. Like, is that's the first impression. I'm gonna put a, whatever. Then we have Abigail, who's 25, and I think she's like she does something with like a financial advisor. She is deaf, like when she has her, whenever she takes out the little thingy in her ear, she can't hear at all. But yeah, but I like her. She's cool. Lauren, who's 29, she's a beautiful ass black woman. Then you have this woman, MJ, who she came in like a pizza little car or whatever and tried to give him, I don't know, that was stupid to me. Katie, who's 29, the marketing manager, she's the one who came with the dildo. And I just think it's nasty as fuck. And I didn't appreciate it. I didn't appreciate the continuous use of the dildo. Especially if you've used the dildo before. That's disgusting. I don't care how many times you clean it. I don't want your dildo. I do not want it around me. Don't want it by me. Okay. And then you have Kit, who I feel like is going to be the bane of my existence on this show. Next to the Queen Victoria, okay? Kid is 21. She pulled up in this nice ass Bentley or whatever, and I thought it was lame as fuck though. She likes being the center of attention. To me, all that gives is like, you're just very about money. That's just all it gave me. And then Victoria, Queen, quote unquote, Victoria came and she was carried in by a whole bunch of people. I don't like her. I think she's corny. It's 32 of them, these damn whores. 32. It's too fucking many. It's too many. It's too many. So, when Matt comes in, the first thing he does, he said he was going to give a nice little speech, but he decides to do a prayer. And I'm like, a praying man. Amen, 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 amen. So he prays over that bird. And some of the girls get all emotional, like, oh my gosh, that just really hit me. Like, oh my gosh, he prayed. And it was just beautiful. And he prayed. It's a nice, it was wonderful that he prayed. It's a good little look into the type of person that he is, but y'all was doing too much. I don't know. Let me say this. I just feel like a lot of the girls, I understand this is the first night, but I feel like a lot of y'all was just doing too much. And a lot of y'all wasn't being yourselves. And I think what y'all gonna have to work with me on the show, because I have a really, really, really hard time with women that are thirsty. And the whole point of this show is to be thirsty for this man and to pretty much try to get him to like you versus you trying to like him. Like, it's the opposite. Like, all of these girls come in already saying that they like him and they haven't even freaking met him yet, don't know nothing about him, don't know his personality. So that's why this show in particular is it's kind of hard for me to, like, I don't say take seriously, but it's hard because I really have a hard time with women like chasing after a man. It comes off very desperate to me. But yeah, so when he said that he was biracial, right? Okay, because he says that, to the girls. He's like, I'm biracial, whatever. The girl who did not get the rose at the very end with the red dress, I believe. Wait, did she get a rose or she didn't? No, she did. No, she did actually get a rose. She did. When he said that he was biracial and his mom was white, she cheesed and smiled so hard. It was like, Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, yes, oh my gosh. He's not a he's not a full N-word. Oh my gosh, my dad's gonna be so excited. He's gonna be so happy. So when I do bring him home, I can be like, but don't worry. I know this is what he looks like, but don't worry, Dad. Don't worry. Like, here's his mom. Here's his mom. Here's this white woman as his mom. That's what she gave me when she was doing. You smiled way too hard when he said he was biracial. Why'd you smile so hard about that? Why were you so geeked up about that? I got my eye on you, bitch. I got my eye on you, okay? So, oh lordy, Lord, where we at here? So, I he talked to so many different people throughout the night. I couldn't really keep track of like who he talked to and when he talked to them. So I'm just gonna go through what I have in my notes. My notes is literally all over the place. This is the first night, so and this is my first review of the show. So like I said, work with me. Okay, so the first girl he went to go talk to is Sarah. And then he talked to somebody else, and he talked to somebody else, and what he was pretty much saying is that he's looking for somebody that he can open up to, and he said it even when he was talking to other girls, and that he for a long time felt like he had to be perfect and portray like he was perfect, which trust me, I get those vibes from him. I absolutely get those vibes from him. And he's like, I'm trying to break that down. I'm not perfect, and I don't want anybody to think that I'm perfect. So that's pretty much what he was telling a lot of the girls. He did say in one of his confessionals that he thinks that, because this is after he had sat down with one of the black girls, he said he thinks that it's important for the person that he's with to understand him being black. I'm very interested. The only reason I'm really interested in this season is because I'm very interested on the way he does or does not tackle race in this whole series, in this season, simply because if you're looking for a wife, right? Although, like I said, although your mother is white, that is not how you come across in the world. You are a black man. In America and in the rest of the world, you are a black man. Okay? And so if you're going to be with a white woman, there are certain things that she's gonna have to understand. There are certain things that what's the word I'm looking for? There are certain things she's gonna have to understand. There are certain things that she's gonna have to get accustomed to. I'm not saying that there's a lot of interracial relationships, but I just feel like if you a black man and you are going to marry a white woman, there are so many things that needs to be like that. Put it like this: that white woman that you're gonna be with, she has to come into this situation with you already understanding a lot of things. You're already, how old are you? 28. So at the age of 28, you shouldn't really have the time to like really explain certain things to like to somebody. I can't wait to see how they deal with this, because in the sneak peek that they showed, there was one girl who was like, well, I don't really see color. I don't really think color is an issue and this, that, and third. And I understand people's sentiment when they say that, but you cannot act like living in 2021 in Trump's America, that race is something that you're just going to be able to overlook. It's not possible. It's not a thing. It's not even, it's not applicable. It's just not. It's just not. And if y'all sit on this show and you be with a white woman and not once do a conversation about race come up, especially in 2021, then this is all fraudulent to me at the end of the day. It's fraudulent, it's fraudulent, it's fraudulent. We are living in Trump's America. Hopefully we about to be over it in a couple weeks, but okay. So, yeah. He talks to this girl Rachel. He seems to really like her. I liked Rachel. I thought that she was very genuine. I think she seemed really cool. She seemed, like I said, she seemed very genuine when she was talking to him about her feelings and just about where she is in life. So I like Rachel. Then we have okay, I have her name. Where is it? Where's it at? Her name is Serena P. Serena P takes him out back to go and play chess. Now, the first thing I seen when I seen Serena P, I'm like, you remind me of something. If y'all watch The Real Housewives of New Jersey, she reminds me of Melissa Gorga a little bit. Like when Melissa Gorga first came on The Real Housewives of New Jersey, that's who she reminds me of. She looks like her, and she kind of like her personality is similar to Melissa. So yeah. Then Mari goes to sit down and talk with him or whatever. She's originally from Puerto Rico, so mind you, he's in the middle of asking her like, with your people being from Puerto Rico, like how do you deal with like the hurricanes and all of this stuff like that, like, and she was in the middle of explaining, how she be worried about them and stuff, and then well, I got dildo girl because I can't even think of her name right now. But that she comes over and taps her with the dildo on her shoulder and say, "Oh, can I please steal him?" No, no, you can't. What I find interesting is that nobody said no. Why did nobody say no? I'm in the middle of talking to him, or give me about 2 minutes and then you can come and talk to him. I don't get that. I mean, I understand trying to be, you know, polite and stuff, but she's not polite. Look at how she came towards you. She tapped you with a damn dildo. What you should have said to her is, I'm actually in the middle of a really deep conversation. Give us about 2 minutes, and then you can have him to yourself. I want to know, y'all get in the comments and tell me, has anybody in all of these seasons of The Bachelor or Bachelorette ever told somebody, no, I'm in the middle of talking to him. Can you give us 2 minutes? Can you give us 3 minutes and then come back? Because shit, that's what I would do. Especially if I'm in the middle of talking about something like that. You're going to have to wait. You can stand on the side and you can wait. You can wait back in the crib. But you're going to have to wait because I'm talking about something serious. So that's that. So she ends up getting up and she leaves. Of course, she's aggravated because it's like, bitch, outside of me talking about something serious, do not tap me with a dildo. That is disgusting. And why are you walking around? It's beyond me, bitch. Beyond me. So she's sitting up here and she's talking to him. Then we switch over and we see him in the back of the pickup truck with, I think her name was Kayla. And you know, she's from North Carolina. The only thing I'm gonna say about Kayla is don't hold on to the fact that y'all are both from North Carolina. Don't keep trying to use that. That's good as like a way to find common ground, but don't keep using that as like a talking point. Okay, y'all both from North Carolina. That's wonderful, but don't keep trying to use it as a crutch for the rest of this time. Let it go. Y'all from North Carolina. He's from North Carolina. That's it. We don't really need to talk about it unless y'all talking about y'all childhood. Outside of that, don't be using that because that would annoy me. Like if I was to get with somebody and they would be like, I'll be like, well, I'm from New York originally. Oh my gosh, well, I'm from New York. And then every time I come and talk to them, oh, well, yeah, you know on Fulton Street, or oh, yeah, you know on Nostrand Avenue, oh, yeah, you know over there on over there by Marcy, or you know over there by, like, it would be annoying after a while. Like, can we talk about something else? Like, yeah, we're both from there, so there really shouldn't be much to talk about because we both know what the fuck goes on around there, you know? Then you have Kit who is sitting outside talking to him, and then the girl Victoria comes and is like, yeah, the princess, you can go because the queen's now here. She gets on my nerves. I can't wait for her to go home already. I don't like either one of them. I don't like Kit and I don't like Victoria. I don't like either one of them. They both get on my nerves. I want them to go home as soon as possible, okay? After they do that, after Victoria talks to him, she gets up and she goes into the living room and is saying to one of the girls, like, oh, well, did you talk to him yet? And she's like, no, I'm going to take my time. She's like, well, go talk to him. Go talk to him. Go talk to him. Go talk to him. Bitch, mind your business. Like she said, I will get up when I feel like I want to get up, okay? And so then Victoria gets up and she's like, oh, well, I think I'm going to, you know, like, nobody else is going to talk to him. Like, I think I'm going to go, like, steal more time from him or whatever. So she goes and taps somebody else and says, excuse me, to go and talk to him. Now, a lot of women were mad saying, like, oh, that's not fair because half of us didn't even get to talk to him. But I feel like that's on y'all. Like, I don't like her, but I'm not mad at her for that. Y'all didn't seize your opportunity to get your ass up and go and talk to him. That's on y'all. At least I'll give her that. At least she took the initiative to do that. The rest of y'all should have got the hell up and should have went to go and talk to him. Don't get mad because sis just went ahead and did it. She don't owe anybody. That's what I'm saying. Y'all talking about being polite. None of y'all owe each other anything in this whole experience. Y'all here to get y'all man, right? So go get your man. So that's just that on that. So then we see him talking to Bree, and you can tell that he kind of likes her a little. I like Bree too. She's cool. But then he sits down and he talks with Abigail. Abigail, like I said, she's 25. So they're talking, you know, like I said, about her experience, you know, and her being deaf and how her older sister is deaf as well, and how she pretty much followed in her sister's footsteps, you know, as far as how to handle it. I appreciate that. Abigail said from the beginning, before she even met Matt, that when she meets somebody, she off top tells them that she's deaf because she doesn't really want it to be a thing later on. And I respect that. I respect that 100%. Like, let's just cut to it. I'm deaf. Or is that something you're going to be able to deal with? Yes or no? If not, let me know. Because otherwise, ain't no point of you wasting your time going down the road with somebody just for them to turn around and be like, oh, I don't want to be with you anymore because you're deaf. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But she was talking to him, and in the middle of her talking, he just leaned in and he kissed her. I was like, okay, so he's feeling her. But even before he kissed her, I felt I felt something between them. I felt it. You know, there was a little point where it was like kind of quiet between them, but I felt it. I felt the energy. I felt it through the TV. I felt y'all connection. So I wasn't surprised that he ended up giving her the first impression rose. You know, he said he gave it to her because she was very vulnerable and she was being strong about her whole situation, you know, and one of his big things is that he's trying to be vulnerable and he wants to be with somebody that's going to be vulnerable as well. A lot of the girls are upset because they didn't get to talk to him, and a lot of it's about to be a whole lot of insecurities. It just started jumping out left and right, and I mean I can understand, like, it's 32 women here, and like a lot of women said, like, what is it gonna be about me that's gonna stick out, you know? So I do kind of get it. I kind of get it. So then we have the first rose ceremony. Now I have the names and I got whether or not I like them or not. Okay. And I got some other random notes. So first girl he picked is Brie. Like I said, I like Brie. I like her. Then he picked Rachel. I like her. Then he picked Chelsea, which is a bad bitch. Love her. He picked Sarah. I have here. He likes her a lot. Like, I can tell that for whatever reason he has some type of real strong attraction to Sarah. He do. MJ. And Serena P, which is the Melissa Gorga girl. I think she's cute enough. Kelly, beautiful black woman. Kristen, beautiful black woman. I'm not saying that that's just all, but I'm just saying, like, beautiful black woman, beautiful black woman. I don't really care too much for Kristen, but I do like Kelly. Kit, bye bitch, bye, 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 bye. Piper, she's cool, she's a beautiful girl. Mari, nope. Elena, who, Jasena, who, outside of how she came up, when I have who next to it, I'm just like, you didn't really make an impression to me. Who, Mary Lynn, who, Serena C, who, Lauren, I don't know what the hell that says. Sydney, she's cool. Alana, who, Katie, that's the dildo girl's name, Katie. And then we have Anna, which is the girl that, like I said, that was smiling and cheesing so hard when he said he was biracial. And then the person who got the final rose was Queen Victoria. So the only person that left that I really did like was the woman that was a ballerina. She ended up leaving. And so, yeah. So that's the first week, I guess. The first episode, the first week. I'm sorry if y'all don't... I tried my best with this review. Like I said, this was really, really, really hard to review because it's so many women and it's so many different conversations going on that it's hard to kind of pinpoint what specific conversations was important. So like I said, hopefully as this time goes on and we narrow the girls down, you know, it'll get better for me to kind of like review. I did see in the sneak peek that, you know, I think they're gonna bring on some other girls later. That ring that he had at the end, what a fucking ring. That shit was beautiful. But I guess we'll hold on with me, y'all. Hold on. We gonna get through this season. We gonna try to get through this season. Get in the comments. Tell me what y'all think. I'm out. Bye.